data, Twitch streaming data, Periscope, Samuel Tate online. Samuel Tate live via, no. Cool, okay. I wonder if I can change that so it doesn't say that, because that's kind of lame. Edit settings, enable Superheart. That's cool. That's still pretty cool. Alright, fuck it. Live, see what's what. So, Pomodoro time. Just found out so far that story so far. Maybe I should have a full camera view. Camera only with like a love heart on it. Hang on. Alright, we got nothing. Media source, video capture, existing webcam. Maybe we can go. It's kind of like a freaky. Just probably turn a light on actually. A bit of ambient lighting going. So far we have successfully, his memo. So far we successfully connected the Oculus Link and getting playback mode. So Oculus Link is a cable that connects the Oculus Quest to the PC, so you can run Oculus desktop software essentially. That tech will get more and more refined, and eventually you'll just have a single device that's a PC desktop. Basically, is that already? Just little few switches. I was trying to get my what was I trying to do? Trying to get UV coordinate to apply color to a texture, and it was not behaving in headset. I did get it to work with the Oculus Link, which either means that something I did setting up the Oculus Link, allowed for to fix that problem, or there's a difference in the rendering coordinates between UV and Android, which actually is probably the case. And I think what I did while setting up the Oculus Link was I switched graphics rendering OpenGL blah 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 to a different one, just following some steps. And I think that maybe fixed it as well. So we're about to find out. The build is finished. Now let's go to camera 2. It's so good. We've got a full TV studio situation going on here. It's so cool. It's so cool. I'm not really sharing it with my friends or anything at the moment because I want to like get the mix right, and then like, yeah, like what a cool little thing. I've been obsessed with OBS itself, because you can just like make like a full TV studio situation. It's very cool. Hang on. All right. So I'm gonna dive in. So maybe we can go to camera mode while I test this out. Wait, no, we'll go to screen. So what you need to do is have ADB installed, so you can install. The Oculus Quest is essentially an Android device. Install ADB install R. One thing I haven't worked out how to do is stream to a PC. Chromecast to a PC, is that possible? Cast to your screen, open Chrome, cast to, click cast desktop. You can use a Chromecast device to show a Chrome tab on your screen or your TV. It's the opposite of what I want. How do I install Chromecast? Here we go. So I use something called Pomodoro. It'd be cool if I had like a zoom button, which blocks like social media stuff when I'm concentrating, like right now. Windows Media Player can be cast to with apps like Allcast, Localcast, and Bob. Cast to PC Oculus Quest. Come on, baby. Cast Oculus Quest to your PC. Cast everything.
Be a very short and simple tutorial. I'm going to show you how to cast anything in your Oculus Quest to your PC. It can be Beat Saber, it can be apps on Oculus TV, any protected apps that normally can't be cast with the app think in mind, you're going to plug effortlessly as well. And wirelessly is pretty simple. All you got to do is plug it in. You're going to come over here, click the link below to go to a new request, go to settings, more settings, and then you'll see developer. Open that. You're going to open up download the folder that I'll provide down below, and it's called Quest Casting. We've got.
Writing's not that easy, but Grammarly can help.
Fuck, it is spooky.
To fly a rocket ship, you need to be an optimist. No astronaut launches for space with their fingers crossed. That's not how we deal with
it. I wish. This is my wish.
What I learned from 21 years as an astronaut is that the more you know, the less you fear.
That I could. What do I wish? That's alright. 0 views is fine. I'm more than happy with that. How's my volume? I might have to crank the volume. I guess it's as loud as it will go. That's right. I forgot what I wish. That's okay. Oh yeah, I wish that they would do more just like 1, 2, 3, how to do stuff vlogs, not just like videos. I don't want to watch a fucking video. Whatever. If this works, I'll tell you. If it doesn't, maybe I'll switch gears for a bit and work on another part of it. Because what I really want to be working on is how the color reacts to the touch. Which at the moment, I can't do. Okay. It would be cool to share what I have a quest view. Alright, come on, baby. Come on, baby, come on. Oh, it's working. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's working. It's working. So, the Vulkan API, which I removed by going AutoGraphics API off, which takes off Vulkan, which is what it automatically switches to, has a different UV coordinate system than desktop. Oh, Miller, we did it. Alright, which means I can comfortably and confidently work on the actual color system. Now, I haven't actually written any code on this channel yet, so I don't know how this is going to go. Let's find out. Is that wrong project? Don't look. NDA. Yada yada yada. So the way it works, very simple. Very simple. Is that it? I might make a second view. Search for your stream view. Hey, I already did it. Oh man, never spent 30 years, or I guess 10 years doing drugs, and then turn 30, because your brain turns into a potato. Actually, I'm also like kind of suffering from a bit of burnout, which I'm kind of recovering from slowly. So I've been pretty scatterbrained lately, but like I feel like I'm starting to come back to planet Earth. So basically, the way it works is that these colliders here, these ugly little things, pass collision coordinates to the mesh here, to the UV, or oh, okay, maybe that fixed it. So I just remembered something else I did. No, but it's definitely, let's have a look. Let's have a look, have a look, have a look. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm gonna try not to be distracted by the fact that I'm streaming. This definitely makes me a bit scatterbrained. That's interesting. Cool, so now it works on headset, but not in PC. My wife. So what happens if I go back to... Oh, maybe I did fix it. Like, it turns out I didn't fix it. Oh, maybe it's the fact that I'm using this variable. So I'm targeting the first material. Maybe it's just not the material. Anyway, now that I have my OVR play mode set up, I should be able to... If this isn't fixed... Oh, I'm gonna cry. No, I'm not gonna cry. That's right. Let's go to 2 screens. I'm just obsessed with OBS. This is the coolest shit ever. I'm gonna set up a little synth so I can play my own jams as well on Devon. Nah, that's a bad idea. It's one thing, it's great to have like a brain that goes everywhere, but yeah, you don't want to be too ADD about stuff, or you don't move forward fast enough on things. I read this book called The One Thing. It's about like, you know, picking what, obviously what your long-term goals are. For me, it's to like, I guess, create new forms of storytelling and new forms of stories and experiment with technology, and then I guess like hopefully in that process the goal is to make just like a beautiful work of art, like a story that, you know, is told in this way that it's not that it has to be told through this, but it's like, this is what I'm fascinated with, but you know, the Star Wars or something like that. And so then it's like, all right, well, what's the next most important thing to do to move towards that, essentially. The reason I'm doing the streaming and things like that is that A, it makes me accountable to do the work outside of my normal work. B, it helped raise, I guess, my profile, or the sort of like community, building a community around what I'm doing and connecting with other people, which will help me make things happen down the track, you know? That's the theory. Also to, you know, sort of like building an audience, right? Around the work that you do, especially if you're, you know, essentially a content creator. One thing that I am a little bit not concerned with, but like, you know, I spend a lot of time working on the technical stuff, which is great, but making sure that I actually am, you know, building the creative. I think like I've built a habit of regular technical work, which has been awesome, and I've gotten so much better at development in the process. Okay. Come on. So it was just setting it back to the regular material. Maybe that's fine then. Fuck it. It worked. It's so annoying though, like what's different? Alright, so we have to figure out how to pause this whilst still, I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. Alright, hitting mesh there. Pause it while it's talking. Ah. Got him. Oh, well, okay, let's have a squeeze. This mesh is like auto I set the root node to be itself. Let's find out. Oh, this is cool. Before I couldn't fix it properly because I. See, this is what was going wrong before. Hey. It's weird. It's going from reactor to instance. I don't know what that means. Nothing really, I think. Was something setting it? Huh. So maybe it's actually switching from reactor to the instance. Maybe it just doesn't matter. Maybe if I turn off toggling and rendering, just what would it do? Would it just show them tick? It just doesn't matter. Why are you bouncing around for? What's changing here between reactor and instance? What's it debugging? Oh! Oh, he's done it! So my idea for this little story... Oh, I knocked it out. So it was toggling and it was, I guess, turning it off. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Whatever, doesn't matter. I'll check it out later. So one thing I do, yeah, is I use this Pomodoro to stay focused, essentially, because I have basically got ADD. Well, not even basically, almost certainly do. But I have a bunch of little rituals that help me pay attention for longer than 5 minutes, at which point I become almost psychotically obsessed, which works pretty well, to be honest. So why? Oh my god, it's actually doing what it's supposed to. And the reason it's important that it's using an instance is that while it doesn't like apply everything to like the base material, which is just messy, for one thing. So the problem is, right, at the moment, is that everything zooms because I like lerp it to the location. So what I want to do is, if I pull away, it would be cool if I could share my note taking. Hang on. So the other thing I do is I have Asana, and I write down ideas of things that I should do right now, but it's like that's not what I'm working on right now. Which helps my tiny little potato brain stay focused. Setting up streaming. Figure out way to stream from I guess digital tablet is probably the way to go. Welcome to the Sam Show. Get FireWire cable. I've also got like a sound card and stuff from when I used to be in bands and shit, make music. I'm gonna set up a little microphone. Honestly, you probably don't need one, but it would feel cool, like, hello! So, you know. Okay. Okay, cool, so I'll just do it here. Visual Studio, probably my favorite thing in the world, followed by Unity, not the other way around. So at the moment, let's do it. Let's just do it here, I guess. Currently, let's do location. Let's from current color to new color. So it goes from, say it's like blue here, and then it gets a collision of red over here. It both moves to it and lerps from blue to red, which isn't really how temperature moves. Temperature isn't a spirit that moves around your hand. It's a source of information, really. So I guess firstly cancel out the old information. So okay, so strength-based system. Firstly, set current strength to 0. Fade out, basically. Really quick. So I'm touching something cold, and then I'm touching something hot. It definitely goes from cold, like it persists in my hand though, because I've got the cold in my fingers. And then I've got cold here. So what I'm working on at the moment is using color. Well, I want to use color, sound, and effects to simulate the physical sensations of touch. Which so far has been 3 months of me trying to debug the UV system. Whatever, that's fine. This is cold. I've got a cold hand. What I need, and I'm not a scientist in any sense, so I don't necessarily have the most scientific ways of doing things. I just sort of like give my brain information and then see what happens, see what comes out of it. What I need is something cold, like a bucket of ice and a frying pan, so I can think about this better. But the table and the mug will do. The mug is warm, the desk is cold. No, so there definitely is a color, there's definitely a heat transfer. The heat persists. It's just the location part that doesn't make sense. Because it's constantly zooming from where it was to... Maybe if we just added intensity as well, so as you moved away, yeah, let's just add intensity as well as a starting point, because that'll hide the location bit, which is kind of janky. The other weird thing is it's in world space. Maybe now I don't have to have it in world space. And that was an issue because of a reason. It would be cool if it was in object space, which it was for a bit and then it stopped working. Actually, you know what? Lesson for any dev, but any dev worth their salts would already know this. commit your work when you fix the bug. Just set this PC up so my Git's all new. For example, Git out why color wasn't moving properly. Instance was actually constantly getting swapped. Instance was actually constantly getting swapped. This made it look like it was overshooting when actually it was cutting out. That's pretty much long and short of it. Okay. Objects. Ooh, that'll fuck me over. World control this commit. And save asset. Missed in last commit. Source tree is my third favorite thing in the world. I'm a hoarder of information, and something that it creates this golden thread of every version of the decisions and things you've made since you started a project. And so like you can just dev with all this confidence, and like obviously anyone that knows what Git and stuff like that would know about, and anyone that doesn't know what it is wouldn't really know what I'm talking about. But like so this is to the people that know Git, just expressing that I have this like deep personal relationship and appreciation for the source tree. Because it means that you can never make a mistake unless you break source tree. But source tree, sorry, not source tree, Git. Git has a second Git inside it, a Git of the Git called reflog. So it's really hard to fuck up if you know what you're doing with Git. And I fuck stuff up all the time. Okay, so now it's in one space, which means that it's an object space, which means I need to go back to inverse transform point. So all this wasn't working before, and I'm hoping that by target pose, I'm doing some hokey pokey shit there as well. Something like that. Alright, that's fine. So now I'm not using the quest anymore because I've confirmed the expected behavior, essentially. Look, I think it's as good as it needs to be for now. So let's just, well, demonstrate the power of Git. Reset current branch hard. It's probably the only time you can fuck something up is by resetting, but I know what I'm doing. So, okay, so firstly, I want to add a strength parameter. Sure, all right. Which is tricky. Let's put this over here. And let's go into 2 screens. It would be great to have like some sort of like crazy kangaroo wipe. Sorry. Yeah, definitely like this is my family's like. Okay, so strength. Alright, I've already started doing it. Cool. See, at the moment stuff just kind of lerps up and down based on time. Anyway, let's do this one thing at a time. Well, actually, let's figure it out. So, current strength to 0, fade out. Set position automatically. Still between colors. Cool. Strength distance from collision. That doesn't make sense, like pressure. Like the pressure of before I lose the thing I got that taught me what I need. It's gone forever. I can finally use that. Rendering. Rendering differences between platforms, i.e. UV coordinates. Different. I actually don't think that was it. You know? So, other thing is just dealing with the fact that it's often wrong. Oh, I deleted. Fuck. Clipboard history. Is that a thing? History. Windows 10. Windows key V. Good to know. Alright. So I have a frying pan. I should chuck it in. A bit more exciting than these cubes. Okay, so that's right. Okay. So just need to. Just tie this code up. Should also fade out. And the touch. That's gonna be like in touch. Maybe in touch sounds pretty good. Public void in touch. Public enumerator, aka the coroutine. Public enumerator. So a good way is to like you always want to have like a handler for a coroutine essentially in touch, and then so call it a handler and then a coroutine, and then call what it's doing, and then you always want to have an instance of the coroutine. There's just a struggle for to call that public enumerator in touch, and then I realized it's just an instance, so you just really just give it a lowercase name. It's fine. But I don't know. I just feel like I enumerated as a special, and that wasn't enough, so I attack instance on the end, which I don't ever do because having it as a level 10 case makes it declares the scope basically. So what implies the scope doesn't do shit. So I'll just use the same. So I was thinking we could modify this like distance, like the pressure. Already getting the pressure somewhere. Distance from sensor. I could modify the speed. It sounds messy. I guess we could just not have it low. Oh. Nah, the temperature when it comes up in here, it has its own energy separate from the pressure. It is kinetic. Is it kinetic energy? It's some type of energy. I think it's chemical energy. I want to go into Google search what is heat. Am I using the right one? Whatever, doesn't matter. In touch. Let's see if we can get this done. Let's see if we can get the pressure, the temperature thing in, the intensity. So, let's just lerp down for now. This is my classic lerp. classic coroutine setup basically. All end touch lerping thing. Being kind of lazy here. That's alright. No, you know what? I'll do it from scratch. Fuck it. Get out of here. Get out of here. Use that. So I was going to look at my old ones because so while I is less than 1, I plus equals, we'll get it backwards, plus equals time dot delta time, okay, modified by, so divided by, I want to take, so if I want to take 1 second, so I want to take 2 seconds, I would divide it in half. So it adds, basically it adds time, like the chunks of time that are passing to I. So if a second's worth of time gets added to I over the number of frames, it'll take a second to get to 1. So if I say divided by 2, that means half the amount of time gets added to 1. So this lets us set the time that something will take here. Because you always know, alright, so if it's going to be a fifth of a chunk of a second being added, then it'll take 5 times longer than a second, or 5 seconds. So it's really good, because it's really readable later on, because you can do like, so that's good, int I equals int speed equals whatever 2, and then I can say divided by speed, and I know that, or time. So there's a million and one different ways to do it, but this is handy because I'm like, alright, I know I want this to take, in this instance, like all time, basically. But you just never want anything just turning on and off. It always just looks a bit janky, so you always want things to sort of cruise in a groove and sliding past each other. What's wrong with that? Oh, good. Okay. And then you use that same I as the, because it's going to take however much time it takes to get from 0 to 1. You normalize everything so that you know that it's going to take 2 seconds, or in this instance 0.1 of a second for I to go from 0 to 1, and then you use that to lerp stuff. Essentially, I guess this needs to be going down, but I have to just modify that. For now, let's just strength. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, spaghettios. So it goes from 0 to 1. So we'll just lerp up, which is fine. Sets it to nothing. It shouldn't be a problem because now we're going to set it to I guess we don't even really need to change the temperature. That's easy. Equals I. So then if you want reverse lerp, you just do I plus 1. Come on, brain. So this is going brrrr. Oh no, so way around. So as I gets bigger, 1 gets smaller. I wonder if this is even logical. So this goes, I over the frames goes up chunks of a millisecond essentially until it equals 1 over the span of, in this instance, 0.1 of a second. And instead of using that to lerp, we go 1 minus I, so as I gets bigger, 1 gets smaller, so it'll lerp down from 1. Obviously you could just go the other way, but this way you can normalize, or not normalize in the technical term, but you can have a standard set of, okay, yeah, where's it get speed from? Must be another variable. So, and then what we also do is we want a handler, so if end touch lerping, stop coroutine end touch instance. So this is just a little handler I have to make sure that I'm effectively stopping and ending coroutines. You know, again, I'm running over each other. You don't want to just like run a coroutine by itself. It makes it hard to, you can't stop it later. End touch instance equals end touch. Start. You always remember to start it. I always forget to do that. End touch instance. So that way we can access that coroutine later. In this instance, it probably doesn't matter that much, but you know, or if I want to start a new one, I can stop the old one. So yeah, basically, and then I'll also remember to put the yield in it, and I'll also remember to stop it at the end. So stop coroutine itself and touch instance. Very handy for memory management. Actually, I have that here. I do not stop coroutine new touch instance. All right. So one thing we haven't done is double check that this strength actually doesn't affect the intensity. But we can check to see if it's changing the number right, so that, since that's what we've done. And if it does, we will have made some progress. And I'm going to do a little video, a little bitty, because I finally got my fucking shit working. I can show people what I've been making. Nope, Unity is chugging. Alright. Give me more. Emma's my angel. This looks like a pretty cool stream to me. Would I watch it? No. But I wouldn't watch any stream. So I'm pretty sure that the sensor strength does affect the power, so if it's at 0 it should send it down. Sensor 1, pretty sure it's all named correctly. Sensor 2, sensor 3, sensor 3. Okay. And always remember to actually run the method. And yeah, so you can like stop and interrupt coroutines if you've got a good handler. You don't have to worry too much about getting weird, freaky-deaky, overlapping shit. So I'm going to lock, I'm going to go into strength. I'm going to lock this so I can watch the strength. Why are they all set at that? I don't know. They shouldn't set anything. Okay, that shouldn't change. So it's not. Yes, it should do that. Sensor 4 just isn't getting anything for some reason. Maybe it just doesn't. Okay, so it definitely goes down. Right. Just this weird thing I would love to know about is that it seems to trigger earlier than it should. Okay, so I'm going to. What do I want to do? I want to set the position. So we don't want to load the position at that point. We just want to set it. Okay. What I'm trying to avoid is that thing of the color like rushing up your hand like you've been possessed by a demon. I'm so glad I made some progress today. It's been a shit fight. Okay, why are your strengths set to 1? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, it's so much better. Oh, my hand is so hot. Ooh, now it's so cold. Ooh, it's also so cold. Alright, well, I reckon I'm gonna make a little video. A little bitty witty. Okay, cool. So, what we've done is we have got the UV color coordinates appearing at the collision point, where these sensors collide with the hand. We've got that coordinate system. Well, actually, it wasn't a coordinate UV thing, I don't think. It was just that the shader was switching all the time, the material, so it looked like the coordinates were changing. And we've also softened out the transition between the temperatures so that there's no like zip, 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 because before it was like lerping to that position, because it's all in the coordinate maps, the heat maps are like in world space, which is kind of weird, but it's just a weird hack that I had to go with. And we now have what looks like a kind of comfortable feeling gradient, which is really cool. I'm really stoked. Alright, and I'm glad that, well, no one, I'm assuming, but we'll see about that. Ooh, what temperature is the table? Ooh, the table is a nice blue. Okay, so that's probably the only problem is that once the touch begins, because the touch doesn't follow it around and it's not starting anew, maybe during it'll have to do a check. Alright, let's just get this. Issues, touch doesn't, temp doesn't follow hand as, temp doesn't follow hand as it's in world space and only happens on collision. Probably needs to have on collision stay, run, and drag temp position with the hand, which should be on, because it should be a smooth line as sick. Alright. So I'm gonna build, which you guys don't need to stick around for. Turn that off, turn that on. Let's actually put these temperatures somewhere groovy. So 0 is very cold. Also my temperature 100 is very cold. 100 is very, you know what, I'm just delete that. No one will be the wiser. So now, figure it out. Temperature normalization calculator, whatever. Says 0 is blue, negative 100 is blue, 100 is red. I wonder what's blue. Oh, here, let's make another one. 40. How's that come across? Maybe that's the point is negative 100 and 100 feel quite cold. So let's make that 40, which is some color range I set was maybe it's just red and blue in there. Oh, cool, he's crashed. I'm stoked though, that's great. Oh. Oh, come on, Unity. Actually, you know what? You guys don't need to see this bit. Figured it out. Very stoked.